Hey Rebels. I'm hearing, I'm sorry, I'm being told whatever happens next, congratulations. The song by Mariah Carey, Sweet, Sweet Fantasy Baby, that chorus is that one part is playing over and over, a specific part that resonates for you. Sweet, Sweet Fantasy Baby by Mariah Carey. I'm also hearing it's getting funky. It's getting funky. It's getting funky. It's getting funky. What the heck is going on? Okay, so there has been a revealing, like something that is about to be revealed to you. I'm hearing that you've been half-ass hearing and paying attention to what's going on, but right now is definitely always a time for you to focus on you, but for you to now pull everything out of your arsenal just to shine it up, polish it up, and get it prepared. Whatever it is that you are building, or whatever this relationship, situationship, or deal is, I feel like I heard by caramba, by caramba. So here you have the devil, page of swords, page of wands, the chariot, the hangman, and justice as the overall energy. So though this was whatever this past representation, this past existence, this past, okay, experience was, though to you and to many, no, no, to you and to many, it may seem premature, but you know right now is the time to move forward and the time to exchange in specific items and specific items and diluted ways of thinking. Uh, okay, so I don't. It says, "Be true to yourself. Free your mind. Get out of your unclear. Wait, get out of unclear or trapped situations. Reasons and judgments are required to make important decisions. Analyze and act quickly. Start new projects using skills and courage. Be adventurous and ambitious. Seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. Answers answers find with answers found after overcoming a test. Courage, travel, discovery." Huh. So you were locked in on an idea of the way that things had to be. And there's an order that you, even though you haven't had that witness of yourself being able to see someone else do it before you, now you are doing the unseen, the unknown, from what you haven't seen and from what others thought you to be capable of, but they doubted themselves and even their belief that it could be possible of you. Wow, I never saw that like that. Interesting. Change through breaking old patterns. Think things through carefully. Find your balance and fulfill your karma. Huh. Okay. Fairness, dignity, and integrity. You will receive what you deserve. And this devil card over here says divine support, spiritual struggles, and crowning an accomplishment. So whatever is coming next, congratulations. Can we look at the rebel state of mind and being as of the present moment? Okay. Oh. All right. And then double bubble. All right. Look at that. I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay. Bounty. Your efforts have been acknowledged. You're reaping a payout. And we're going to get into what the heck this is or was. But you're reaping a payout. You are embracing the act of surrendering. Wrist popping. You are embracing the act of surrendering by showing yourself capable of juggling all that is of you, that you prefer to be of you, the work that you're willing to put in, the overall effort of your being, even to move yourself and create distance between yourself and distractions and other people's clauses that they merged into your contracts of what they expect of you. You're protecting yourself, and Spirit says that they are so proud that you have not allowed anybody to put a explosive battery in your back, but more so they gave you a self a self upgrade of an electric charge where you energize yourself just based off of all that you've already come to see, all that you've already come to know, whether it was something that you didn't see as possible, where you doubted yourself, which it was that, but it was also what it was that you doubted yourself, that you've come to believe in yourself more about what you have to trust when it comes down to seeing who people really are. Confirmation with the train. And then somehow you've been able to be so kind. You've taken time to negotiate with yourself about where it is that you're willing to be concrete in your values. Like your floral arrangements is not just, giving you flowers. It's fruitful. Like, this is freaking awesome. The way that you have aided yourself in even being able to trust rats to be exactly that. Though you can see them as kind creatures because it's like, okay, it's an animal. You realize that animal's ultimate nature is what that nature is. That nature is stemmed in, survival, panicking, always looking for the next shoe to drop. And you no longer represent nor resonate with that. So you're enough. Oh, where are we going? Okay, right here. Oh, what is it that you want the rebels to know from here? Okay, choices. Waiting. Passion. Bliss. Ooh, okay, and jealousy. There have been people who you loved, who you respected, who you looked up to, who you felt was the divine order, no matter how wicked life was, that you've come to realize have been stalking your capabilities, and that them knowing that you had such belief in them has caused you to be so vulnerable, unbeknownst to you at the time, had caused you to be so vulnerable in trusting them that whatever they told you, you believed was law. You didn't tap into your instinct. You didn't realize that you had intuition. You didn't realize what that that energy about you was when they would say something or give you advice of something that sound, you know, foolproof, but you didn't entrust in yourself that that doubt was actually them showing themselves to be an enemy of yours. And at first, it wasn't them being an enemy. At first, it did start as concern, but they realized the patterns that you were showing and how much you needed their opinion, their viewpoint, their approval. So, starting with that, and then it grew into you not realizing that they saw you as just a pawn within their own story, that they didn't look at you with the love or the care that their fearful advice, their ways of implementing their fear into their advice to you, they didn't they didn't they turned into someone that they didn't realize they could ever become towards you. They didn't love you anymore. And I feel that's the point that things have gotten to. The love has been lost because their their thirst for control. At first, it was just protection, but then it grew into a thirst of controlling how you moved. It became entertaining. It became dependable. It became a codependency of them. It's like someone counting your pockets. They need to know how much you have. They need to know where you're going. They need to know your every move because whenever they need you, they also need the access to everything that comes with you. So it's like them adding you into their budget, though they feel that they don't live on a budget because whatever they don't have, you have. Okay. What? Who? Who are we talking? Who is this person? Who are we talking? Okay. Self-love, divinity. True woman. Okay. Ouch. Ouch. And at the bottom, oh yeah, concerns. Ouch. Yeah, there's someone who is so full of themselves. They are so full of themselves. The power that this person feel has to be of them. Like, ooh, are the powers that be. This person loves themselves, and they are willing to sacrifice anybody. Like they feel like they are the head. They are the head honcho. Whatever they say goes. You have to listen to them. When they give you a suggestion, it's not. I'm sorry. Yeah, when they give you a suggestion or advice, it's not a suggestion. It's not advice. They're expecting for you to do what their energy. You know how someone talks to you, but their words aren't quite matching the energy that they're giving out to you. Like they could say, it's like a or else. Their energy is like a or else. You know, like they're oh, here's the advice, here's the suggestion, but their energy is saying or else. If you don't take this, it's gonna be a or else. I'm gonna mess you up. I'm gonna fuck you up. It's gonna be something serious. You know what you need to do. It's like that. What they say, what's already known need not be said, because they've been doing this with you for so long that you get it. You move to their tune. You move to their requirements. They want you to be so people pleasing, or wanted, okay, thank you, that wanted you to be so people pleasing. You were so people pleasing to them. If you had something serious going on in your life or called to vent about something, they quickly turned around and made the whole conversation about them and nothing to do with anything that you were talking about. anything that the topic had to do with, and your body and your behavior and your belief in them and your love for them surrendered to what it is that they needed and said, fuck you. Fuck you. You told yourself, fuck you, time and time and time again. So to even look at yourself and all those times you had those moments of, why don't anybody love me? Why don't anybody care? They gave you the energy that you was giving yourself because you were saying, fuck you. Wow. So now this person, this energy, this being, this they feel that it's now an unhealthy situation for them. They're trying to pick, I heard chopped and screwed. Everything is chopped and screwed. Like they're picking through, like I'm seeing a car dump site where they dump cars and you can pick and pull, pieces, So, oh wow. So they were allowing others to come to pick and pull. So others people was feeding off of you through this person, whether it was them copying and using the strength that they saw that you could display. And so they was keeping you down, but they were using that energy of what you could have been had you noticed that they weren't actually. As long as you were down, as long as you were given to them, they were being able to show other people that they were you. Wow. So yeah, shape shifting, destiny swapping. Ew. Ew, this is so disgusting. Because to know that someone loves you and cares for you so respectfully, not so deeply, so respectfully, and you disrespect them by spitting in their face, pretty much, like getting their tombstone ready, here rest a fool. And to go from loving you to hating you to, loving you to hurting you to hating you. And hating you even more now because they red-eyed concerned. Red-eyed concerned. Oh, they don't, I love you, I hate you. That song, who is that by? I'm not sure. But they love you and they hate you at the same damn time. Because they love what it is. Let's make this clear. Spirit said, let's make this clear. They love what you were able to bring to the table to feed them. Everything, anything, even your down times of being depressed, the fact that you were depressed, the fact that you were so depressed that you needed them to just be present, to just be around. You needed them to do nothing but be there. And the fact that you needed them to be there, you was willing to give them a yes to the rest, to anything else they asked you. You were so capable, so willing, so open, there it is, so open to being coerced in things that you would have otherwise said no to had you known better about yourself and had you not shown people how to say fuck you, how to fill in those gaps, those allowances that you were freely giving away. Now I'm seeing myself back in not high school, middle school. I wanted people to like me so bad, not realizing that people already liked me, that I used to actually go to school and give people money. I used to steal from my mother to give people money, to go in a mother's purse and stuff. Just very low vibration, even though I was resonating from a frequency so high. The teachers loved me. Grades was good. Wasn't quite messed with. It was a new school. People genuinely were interested in who I was. I was bonding. But it was like I was passing around money, like I was trying to, run for student council and but I wasn't, it was bad. Looking back, I never saw it like that. But there, like in high school, I got up, I changed into something different. In high school, Another new school, but same people, same town. I used to bring during holiday season, I used to bake cookies, and cookies smelt up the hallway, okay? Classrooms, everything throughout the building. So good. I need to find that recipe. There it is. You need to find your recipe, okay? But I used to just pass those out to people who I felt liked me, but they wasn't really the people who liked me. They were people who I trauma bonded with, you know, felt that they needed something, like especially, but it also made them feel good and made me feel good because people, the people who hated us or hated me even didn't like me was trying to, trying to fight me out throughout the school year, the time that I was there. They would, want to talk to me just because they knew that I had cookies. They wanted my cookies. Even though they didn't like me, they wanted my cookies. So it's like after that, growing up and, realizing, and it took a lot for me to realize how I was doing that same thing, but different ways throughout, up until the point that I realized that I was crying and, begging God and pleading and why am I like this? All up into those points and times. I had to like chisel parts of me because I realized though I was not passing out money or giving out cookies, I was doing other things to say, hey, be here with me. Hey, here's a reason for you to keep on coming back. I wasn't paying attention to what their reason was for me coming back. And that's one of the most painful things that you can realize, as a shared energy with someone who you have so much respect for. Because they picking at your ingredients and they taking, chipping at parts of you and your structure. And you're looking at them and, you're seeing them accumulate more, not realizing the more that they have is because of you. The time that you gave, the assets, the energy, the ideas that you shared. Heck, I had somebody who I had dealings with, but we were like, we found a space to be friends, and we kept those boundaries. But I didn't pay attention to how giving him so much of my ideas and even helping him delegate certain things, I was giving him free service. And whenever I needed help, even before he got married, whenever I needed help, no, he couldn't help me. And then the wife, started, she wasn't bad. She doesn't realize who she got, but she okay with it, so we leave it alone. Okay. But even when the wife came into the pictures, me and her came good friends. But I had to let her go even because I was doing their marriage work for them. They weren't utilizing their capabilities if they wanted it to be a possibility to be able to work through their own stuff. They would always call me and I resolved their problems. And then next thing you know, there was more shit and there was more shit. And like I was so invested in shit that I was not benefiting from other than the fact of I had them to call a friend. So no, to me, no, that wasn't friendship. So I did cut that off and like, hey, love you. But here's, like he had this whole thing where for as long as I know him, I think it was like, what shit, we known each other since look, we known each other for over 15 years. And I had this chicken chili recipe, still got it. This chicken chili recipe. And I told him, he always wanted it. And I'm like, no, if I give you this chicken chili recipe, you gonna leave. I'd actually said that for the first several years. And after that, I just started saying no. I just like, no. So one day I sent him, maybe a year ago, the recipe. And him and his wife got to blowing up my phone in a panic. No joke. Got to blowing up my phone in a panic. I gave it a day. They called back the next day. Like in a panic still, but, not hour on the hour the way it was. It was scapped out further, right? They, both of them, still calling me. Hey, everything okay? I'm like, yeah, everything good. He say, man, are you breaking up with me? What you mean? You married? I'm like, what you mean? You married? He's like, no, you sent me the recipe. I've been asking you for this recipe for as long as I've known you. And you would never give it. I don't know why you would never give it to me. So he even forgot why I originally said within my, lower self, why, and my, obviously I'm ignoring my awareness, why I wouldn't give him the recipe. He forgot. He just like, you sent me the recipe. So, what the heck, what's going on? Why you breaking up with me? I'm like, maybe. And little did I know, a week later, I like really cut it off. Him and his wife. Because he said when he woke up, he turned to his wife and said, I think she breaking up with me. And she was like, what you mean? Excuse me? He was like, what you mean? Because she sent me a recipe I've been asking her for years. And she's giving it to me like she's saying goodbye, like she don't want to make it for me anymore, or don't want to tease me with it anymore, or don't want to hold this over my head anymore. Like he's listing all of his awareness and then turned around and said it to me. So people know what they be doing, even if they don't know when it started, even though they don't know when it started, that, that it begun. People know what they be doing. And sometimes people know exactly when it started because they made that choice. So oftentimes they know when the shit started because they played to the benefit of them and they chose them over you. Yep. Oh, didn't we say? Okay. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep. They got food all up on your tombstone. Ready. And yep. Mm-hmm. Ooh, there it go. There it go. And right there. And she. Yeah. I like that. So you got the eight of pentacles. Eight of Pentacles, you have looked at, and this is why Spirit said, congratulations on that newfound recipe, those new discovered ingredients. Because you looked at it, you like, man, what's all this work I'm putting in? Let me turn my back to all this. Let me throw myself off of the cliff. Let me drop that extra weight in that bag. I'm going to drop that bag. And I'm going to keep on moving. I got to let go. I'm going to let them drown. Okay, there's a person drowning back here. I'm going to let them drown off their own accord because I am the star. I got this. I can handle it. I'm going to nurture myself, and I already realized, yes, whatever I nurture around me is multiplied. It's multiplied. Okay, there was blood, your blood, sweat, and tears was in these cups. You crossed over that bridge, and little do they know, right behind you, you done burnt that bridge. You not even looking at the blood, sweat, and tears that you invested in this person. You're glancing over at not even glancing, you strong side-eyeing like, hey, here I come. Here I come. Let me close this chapter over here. I got to make sure that food actually gets submerged. And I'm about to come to you. I'm about to handle business. We finna fuck it up. We finna tear shit up. We finna tear it up. And then, look, the health concerns, you're not worried about it. You made your choices. You made your selections. Like that, the Medusa energy. Yeah, you got that. You got that you got the whole world in your hands. You got that in your energy too. Everything that's up in them cups behind you, yeah, you got all that and more. Because what you have here is glowing. It's glowing essence. Back here is ringing alarms. Ask you to come back. This cloak is cloaking over all of the energies and the people of your past. That's like they're master of disguises. Why would you go back to that? Right? So with the devil and the hangman, ain't no more future faking for you. You know exactly what it is that you want, where you going, how it's finna get done. And I'm here, you ain't playing no games. So, Spirit, what is it that the rebels have come to notice? Like the key things of their arsenal that they have come to notice. Okay, yeah, right. Simplicity at the bottom. All right, you realize how simple this shit really can get you in a bind. How quickly and easy it is that you can be in a bind by trusting people, by allowing who they were yesterday to be a representation of who you believe them to be today. Just the same as you are not the same who you were yesterday. You are constantly adding and chipping and, gluing and, putting this here and, like your Picasso, your masterpiece. Oh my goodness. Jessie J. Jessie J. Masterpiece. Go listen to that song. Yes. I got a roll. Okay. So much pressure. Why so loud? If you don't want what I'm kicking, you can turn it down. I got a road and I walk it alone. It says, I still fall on my face sometimes and I can't color inside the lines. I'm perfectly incomplete. I'm still working on my masterpiece. I want to hang with the greats. Got a way to go, but it's worth the wait. You haven't seen the best of me. I'm still working on my masterpiece. Those who mind don't matter. Those who matter don't mind. If you don't like when I'm something, then I can leave you behind. Go listen to Jessie J Masterpiece, because you have realized, like, making these decisions, only you know which one of these holds the key unlocks the door for. And you always switching it up and always changing. So even if you were to leave a key outside of your house, who says that it's the key that belongs up in any one of these keyholes? And then who's to say which keyhole it goes in? It takes so much longer for people to figure you out now. You've taken that necessary pause to look at, like, the things that's been holding you down. I'm seeing these rocks and boulders are at rest, and it's made a path for you. Though it looks to other people like, oh, it's just wind. No, you literally got portals around you that's opening up floodgates of who the fuck you actually were, who the fuck you actually are. This Corrigan is like representation of all like you said they could have all that. You set that shit aflame. It's like okay, Spirit said energetically, they cast upon themselves spiritual diseases, spiritual shit. I heard discretion is advised. Okay. They did it to themselves. They thought that they were so slick, but you know what? You turned it around. You used it as inspiration. And you're going to continue to use it as inspiration. You're not it's like if it was a family member, yeah, you might still, man, if my family member, I saw 33, if my family member would do this to me, I can't put this past anybody. If someone who I gave so much to, that's not even a family member, someone, a job position even, that I gave so much of my life to, would treat me like this, I can't put it past anybody. If someone who saw, the genuineness, the purity of me, and the hurt, the pain that they know that I've been through, and they was right there with me when I was going through these things, if they would do that to me, I can't put it past anybody. But I'm getting this vibe of, it ain't discouraged you, because there's a contentment. There's a contentment right here with the devil. You ain't mad. You're not judging. I heard, please don't judge me. So somebody like, please don't judge me, but they feel like you judging them because you're not around. Fooling around. I'm hearing changing faces, fooling around. Oh, yeah, they was clowning you. They was playing. Say, we used to be so close. Now things have changed. It's not the same since I heard you calling a name. So quick to tell me that it was just a friend. I'm not gonna trust those same old lies again. Say, I got a hunch something ain't right. This is no illusion. I come to this conclusion that you've been fooling around. And they've been playing in your energy. They've been playing in your energy. I see, as nice as those mushrooms look like, they lurking. These beasts over here, they lurking. That mushroom, like that, the mushroom look like it ain't trying to get in into your, into your tree. Okay, they look like it, but not. They don't see each other. Okay, you got this one, that one, and then you got this one with a sidekick, because that one, it's like you got an energy around you that's so soft that they needed a sidekick. And then you got these two over here. They know each other, but they don't even know that, the one is trying to get up in there too. So, all right, let's move forward, because you got to go live your life. Forgive the situation. Forgiveness. Continue. Keep on moving on. Have your mourning time, because even though you saying fuck somebody, you got to grieve. You got to grieve that energy. So you don't necessarily have to cry it out, but I say cry it out to release the pressure of the emotions. That's what crying it out is about. I would say as well, and it's advice. I'm telling you, it's a device. You don't have to take this. You don't have to accept it. It's your choice. Do what feels best for you, and do it in private. Forgive yourself also for the energy that you was in, where you represented an energy of saying fuck yourself. And those, giving away your recipe, giving motherfucker free samples when actually it wasn't even a sample. It was the whole enchilada. It was a whole dish. You're gonna grow. You gonna go through this. You've been growing through this. You just, I want to expand my consciousness and my awareness. I understand losing something is an opportunity to appreciate it and yourself. I acknowledge that harboring resentment blocks the flow of love. And how can you love yourself if you got resentment towards other people? That resentment that you got towards other people, I'm gonna say, look, let's not have to take this to the streets. Because if you want to be treated like somebody in the streets, hey, keep on acting like it. But for you to harbor resentment towards other people's energy that you could be using towards yourself. So I'm not saying act like you over it. Now I'm telling you, get through it, go through it. You got to go through it to get through it. And you got to surrender again. I can release my need to control. Quit trying to control how you get through this. Spirit is there guiding you. They're helping you. And just the same way as you needed these people to respect you enough to be able to handle things themselves and not always need you to show up for them, Spirit is saying the same thing to you. So rewind a couple seconds, play that as many times you need to. Spirit is the same thing that you respect for others. Spirit is expecting that from you, okay? And Spirit understand that's all they're going to get from you. All right, so then you have the camel boy. Small steps. Ask for help. Don't be ashamed to ask for help, though. You can ask for help. Just make sure that you're willing to do your part, right? Sundance, joyful activities, celebrate life in abundance. Once again, Spirit said, congratulations. Because no matter how stern they've been on your ass, congratulations. Get on your ass just the same. And, make this shit a competition between you and Spirit. Have a little fun with it. So as rebels, as always, go do what you need to do for you. Handle your business. Go rebels.